Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu. This is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel.
You know, the best kind of interview is one where the applicant doesn't know he's being evaluated. I've watched you since the other day at the lottery. You're a brute. And in times like this, I could use a brute.
What do you want, Fink?
Labor unrest is coming to it. Now, Fitzroy has got the jungle all riled up. A man like me could have use of an old Pinkerton like you.
Okay, so Fink obviously knows a little bit about your past as well, and who you are. You'll probably get to know a little bit more about why that is later, but he knows that you used to be a Pinkerton, and like I said earlier, they were responsible partly for putting down labor unions, just through blackmail, through violence, through pretty much any means they could. And back then, people thought that, well, I think more in the 1800s, people thought that labor unions were going to be a major detriment to industry, and that giving employees decent hours for a decent wage would reduce productivity. Nowadays, we know that's not necessarily true in a lot of respects, but you know, it was a very persistent belief for a very long time. Do I need any of these? Let me grab this. Now then, I've taken a bit of a hiatus from this game just because there were some other projects I wanted to work on. But let's see if I remember how to do this properly.
Let's find Shenlin and get the hell out of here.
Now, all I ask is that you finish what you started with. Wouldn't want to disappoint the other applicants. Our first candidate is a veteran of Peking. Now, what's that they say about old soldiers? Frankly, my eyes on you. He's something of an old hand at handling explosives. Only man I know who hasn't lost a limb working with them. Yet.
Take it.
So, as you can obviously tell, I've done this before. So, I kind of know what I'm doing here. Got a possession ghost there. I'm not actually sure what part of my equipment did that. I don't think I had anything equipped that did that, to be honest. There's supposed to be a fireman over there, but, you know, I cheesed about to the point where he didn't show up. Yay, me! Okay, so let's switch our salts here. As you can see, I've recharged my salts just by killing all those guys.
Themselves. Pick this one up at a hiring fair.
Haha. Alright, get over here. You want a piece of this? Come on, get on up here. So yeah, that's how you handle the fireman in that fight. I didn't think that this thing hurt those guys quite that badly. That was impressive. Ouch. Okay, so let's let our shield recharge just a little bit here. That guy ambushed me, son of a bitch. Now, as you can see, this wave I'm not worrying quite as much about those clever traps or anything like that. I'm just going to run right up and murder them. And that's because these guys just have machine guns. And the last set of guys had these really powerful hand cannons. So, these guys are fairly easy to beat. Let's take this for now. Don't do anywhere near as much damage. The machine guns do fairly inconsequential damage by contrast. So, we go.
Now, enough of the opening acts.
Done.
Your true rival is an expert with the automata. Wants to replace all our security with machines. I'll give the old boy credit, though. It would be fewer mouths to feed.
Okay, so throw a possession on that guy. Get ready. Oh shit. I just blew myself up again. It seems to be the story of my life there. Oh crap.
Here we go.
I was
Thanks.
not paying attention to that. Okay, so let our shield charge just a little bit. Get ready to toss out another possession.
That's all I have.
I do say I like the cut of your jib.
Looks like we're in a bit of trouble here. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's the hard part down. These things are a little bit easier to handle. There we go. One more of these, I think. There he is. And yeah, this will be us through this.
Still looking.
Congratulations to Wit! You know, when your name was first passed to me, I wasn't quite sure you were the man for the job. But now, I can say with certainty that I was quite wrong.
I'm not interested in your job, Fink.
Now, I know all about your little job for Fitzroy.
There.
Do you really want to take her offer over mine? Do you know how many people would kill to be head of Fink Security? You're a tough nut to crack, Mr. DeWitt.
There you go.
A tough nut, but I promise you this. I will get what I want.
He's not really lying in a certain sense. A lot of people obviously would kill to have the head of position of or the position of head of security of Fink Industries, as was demonstrated by all the psychos that were trying to kill me. Now, it's possible that they're in the same situation and they just want to get through here so that they can do something other than get a job from him, but I kind of suspect that's not really the case. Here we've got another whole ton of things that we can get.
Can always use more of them.
Be careful not to drink the alcohol here. But yeah, here we got a nice thing of bucking bronco to lift some barrels, I guess. And more importantly, free samples.
Nice.
Perfect. We're full on salts, so we're gonna go blow those on whatever vending machines we can find around here. But aren't really all that many vending machines that I need to use right now. I think there's just one more that I need to possess, and there are other salts here. Here it is. This one's Vinny Vitty Vigor. Let's see if there's anything. Not really. This is the First Lady.
Take this.
This is, if I recall, like one of the most useless kinetoscopes. But yeah, so Fink wants you to work for him since he wants your particular skills. He doesn't even really need someone who's a head of security. What he needs is a thug who will put down all these Vox supporters, the labor unionists, and people who are basically demanding better working conditions for his employees. And that's because he's treating them pretty poorly to save money. And I think actually the degree to which he is treating them poorly probably does help increase his profits, because this is basically just like slavery. I don't think he pays them really at all. He talks about how he has a specific company currency for employees rather than actual Silver Eagles. So, like, these people basically aren't getting paid. So, you know, they could do with much better working conditions than what they've got, or at least better pay. Anyway, so that was one of the rooms around here that's got a good treasure in it. I'll just go run and show you the other. Head around here, you can find this room. Got a nice fire starting kit beside the cigar and the fire. And like I said, I kind of suspect that people in Colombia use these things for their daily lives just differently than other people do, or like differently than DeWitt does. I don't really like that particular gear, so I'll leave that as it is. Let's
Fancy putting those lock-picking skills to
picked.
work?
I'll see what I can do. All done.
Just a couple hundred, a couple hundred eagles, basically, nothing too fancy. But the gear is the important part. I like getting all of it, or as much of it as I can, just because you never know when you're going to get something useful. Oops, I'll just jump down here. Am I full? No. Okay. Once again, we've got ourselves a crank gun. Love these things. As you can see,
There's a door over here.
got some of these hand cannons lying around. Hand cannons do huge damage even when the enemy's the one that's got them. It's really unfortunate, but you know, it's just the way it is. Let's get this.
I had thought you a fool, dear brother, when you told me that you heard wonderful music trumpeting from holes in the thin air. I began to doubt your mental integrity, but not only have you made your fortune from these doodads,
Oh, good lord.
you have lit the path for me as well.
Just ignore that. Okay, so anyway, he's talking about his brother Albert Fink, who's a famous musician. His brother got the inspiration for all those modern-sounding songs that you've been hearing from Terrace. There we go. Puddle I turned her into doesn't have any gear. What a shame. We'll keep this for a little bit while longer. Can gain any salts back from either of those. Oh, wow. That's a lot of salts. Okay.
Look, Chen Lin, cell number 9.
Okay.
Think you can crack this one open?
Oh, this won't take long at all.
But yeah, let's carry on through. Save Chenlin.
Really?
And I was with the Pinkertons. They call us in when the workers got restless.
To do what?
Demonstrate the folly of men striking, throwing down tools.
You hurt people.
I'll tell you this. Sometimes there's precious need for folks like Fitzroy.
Why?
Because of folks like me.
It's done.
Alright. I love this gun.
Wanna
Alright.
hold on to this?
Yes, I would. So here you can see is where they sort of burn down all of the Vox propaganda.
That's the book for the clock shop.
I thought that was a wallet. Right, that's where this is. Okay, so we'll get that back on our way up. If I recall, that'll be fine. For now, let's continue on in. I think Elizabeth turns this on, actually.
Tell us what you know about Fitzroy, you goddamn Duke. You know you can hear us. You want to say something? Or you want us to bring in Mrs. Lynn for company? Throw a bucket of ice water on him. We got 3 more to bring in tonight.
Alright, so that's them interrogating Mr. Chenlin.
What's that smell?
Ain't no privies down here.
They treat them like animals.
There we go. Probably gonna have to swap out this gun at this point in time, so let's do that. Not the most ammo on this either. Let me actually take stuff.
What could people have done to deserve to be locked up in a place.
And Elizabeth.
Fink don't need much of a reason.
No. No, he doesn't.
To give the vote to the white man and deny it to the yellow, the black, the red, is that not cruel? But is it not cruel to banish your children from a perfect garden? Or drown your flock under an ocean of water? Cruelty can be instructive. And what is Columbia, if not the schoolhouse of the Lord?
So basically he's saying there is that Colombia couldn't function as it currently does without basically resorting to slavery. Which probably is true, but that doesn't make it right. I mean, the entitled, rich, you know, wealthy white folk basically that are getting a free ride basically on the hard labor of everyone else, you know, they could still live decent lives. They wouldn't be as nice as they are potentially, but you know, if the money were spread around a little bit more, it would be a better place all in all, I think. Just, you know, there's no reason for them to want to give it up, though. That's the problem.
Really?
Anyway, if you
Number 9.
spare Slate, he's in cell number 6 over here. He'll be in a wheelchair and he's been lobotomized.
You're a lion. But you can't blame me for looking after my own interests, can you? Now I know Fitzroy has come calling, but I think you'll find your business with her has come to an end. Lions walk with lions, DeWitt, not hyenas.
So he's saying our business with, well, essentially he's saying that we won't be able to get any use out of Chen Lin, which is a little bit ominous, but also very true. And here's why. Should be able to tell just from the blood there.
This is what he meant.
Now we need to find someone else to make those guns.
No.
Dead is dead, Elizabeth.
Dead is dead.
What the hell did...
I see heads.
And
I wonder if I can shoot the coin out of his fingers.
Why are you following us? Who sent you? Comstock? What do you want?
What do you see here? From this
Dead.
Nope.
Listen,
And that angle?
alive.
Booker. Chen Lin.
the body's gone.
It was never here.
It's another Columbia.
A different Columbia.
The same coin.
A different perspective.
Heads.
Tails.
Dead.
Alive.
We have to go through to this other Columbia, but how?
It's like riding a bicycle.
One never really forgets.
One just needs the courage to climb aboard.
Those two are great. I really wish I could have shot the quarter out of between his hands. Would have been a nice trick shot.
To bring us back. Are you sure you're ready?
Okay, well, I don't think there's anything more to it, so let's head on through.
Open it.
Look. There's no blood.
And no body.
It's another world, Booker. Another Columbia.
Something tells me one dead gunsmith ain't the only thing that's changed.
I'm gonna grab a Vox repeater for now. As you can see, a lot's changed here, actually. And you can also hear that there's a lot that's changed. For one, there's a lot more Vox assets that were seized. And that should imply to you that someone's been making the Vox something. So, quite a lot of things have changed here. For the worse or for the better. That guy's still dead, however. And now let's check all of these. I don't think there's anything left here. This room's the same. Got a lot more Vox locked up, and they're a lot more vocal about their opinions or whatever.
Fitzroy. Come on, you piece of bullshit. Tell me about Daisy. Cut him loose. What? Scarfield says cut him loose. Then bring me his tools to the lockup. Keep it clean, I guess. Why? What are you? The Columbia Columbia Gazette? The chink's wife got friends in high places. Come on. We need to settle.
So he gets out because of people that his wife knows, and we'll figure out how that could possibly work later. For now, let's head on out of here.
Understand how Chen Lin is alive now.
We're in a world where he was never murdered. Somewhere we'll find out why, I suppose.
I don't suspect you can change something like that and have everything else remain the same.
It's true. It's very true. Just look how much more Vox propaganda there is. So clearly there's something that's happened that's made them a lot more empowered. More capable of standing up against Comstock. I forgot to go in here. Let's go raid this room. Leave that all there for now. I do kind of want to see if my ammunition for this is full enough. Yeah, okay, good. Lockpick. Let's go.
These men,
I killed them. They were dead.
not in this world. Look at their noses. They're all bleeding. Why am I still here?
So,
Who do I hate? You can't tell which one. To here, who's the I? Which one hates which?
so this is all actually quite important.
What do we do now?
Now, this is what happens, I think, when you go through tears and meet people or have contradictory memories.
Being dead.
But I'm still a bit uncertain as to how that honestly works. So, what that sort of implies to me is that Elizabeth creates these realities. Because it was just another reality where, like, they died in one but not the other. I mean, that sort of thing happens all the time. There's always other realities under the alternate reality theory. So, that shouldn't really come as any difference.
No point hiding.
I missed.
Get it out of
Oh well.
there. You're a fool, boy.
That was the wrong button. Alright.
You forced my hand.
Yes, I did. Now come on and do whatever I forced you to do.
You gonna get me from still.
Come on. Ouch.
He's gone. Fuck him all. You won't escape.
Let's see, where are they?
Get into cover. Good, good. Flush him out of cover now. Get that son of a bitch.
It's clipping through the wall a little bit.
Yeah. Corner him now.
Well, let's just do this.
Come on, trap him.
What is going on here, Sassman?
Close in on him.
As my head of security, you
There we go. And there he is.
That man was fault. In other words, he was the one who was struggling.
The other one? This whole business makes my head hurt.
I'll stick with the machine gun. But anyway, yeah, I'm not overly sure, but it's important to keep in mind, like, when you see people with those nosebleeds. It's an important part of the plot, and you've seen it before. Booker's had it. And, it happens when he sees Comstock, and that should give you a little idea of what sort of might be going on, but let's not explain it for those of you who don't want to figure that out. Now, I don't think it necessarily has to do with whether or not the person's been killed. I think it's when they have a contradictory set of memories. And, you know, that can happen for a multitude of reasons. It doesn't have to just be because they've died. Although, in this particular case, maybe that is what happened. Or, in a sense, it's what happened. So this is how Chen Lin got free. So his wife's brother got him out of there. And that should sort of tell you right away that there must be something different about his wife as well, just because, like, this isn't the sort of city that would care about racial minority as Chen Lin's brother-in-law would have been in the previous world. Dinged up a little bit, but nothing too terrible. Let's head on outside, see what's going on. Let's get this crows out. Head on outside. So we're gonna close this up relatively soon. I don't want to keep making these big long videos like I have been, so hopefully we'll keep this in at about half an hour, and we're just gonna stop as soon as we get into Chen Lin's office, or Chen Lin's place. But we got one more fight on the way there. As you can see, we got a lot of dead people here. And these guys are all armed Vox supporters, actually. I don't know. Not sure if I can shoot through that grating there. There we go. So the problem with the Vox repeater is that it doesn't have great range. But it's got a decent rate of fire and it's got a good kick. So I like to use it. I really like it, actually. I view it kind of as like a sort of in between the machine gun and the carbine. Anyway, so we got an enemy with a volley gun, that long-range explosive. We're gonna try and possess him. It's the fastest way to kill those guys. But I don't know where he is, so there he is. Don't know if I got him. Yep, got him. So he's gonna go to work on those guys and he's gonna blow himself up. He's one of the very few boss-like enemies that will blow himself up. So it's a good idea to possess him if you can. It saves a lot of time and effort. Back up to full salts basically because of all those... Well, actually I think we found a pile of salts. But yeah, he's blown himself up, so we don't have to worry about that guy anymore. I think there's still an enemy about, though. Yeah, there's definitely an enemy still about. Let's see here. Where are these guys? A lot more of these guys around than I thought there were. Yeah, not a great gun for this range, but let's get in closer. A lot more guys.
Sorry, that's all I've got.
fine here. Okay, well. As you can see, the great thing about crows is that it's actually got a good spread. There we go. Just enough in that. Let's get ourselves a volley gun.
There.
Okay. Pretty much topped off on ammo. Let's head over to the gunsmith shop as soon as we finish looting everybody's dead bodies. Lots of dead bodies. Machine gun there. Let's keep this with us.
Much obliged.
Oh yeah, and I'll go get the secret room as well before I go check on Chen Lin and his problems, because he got problems. Let's go run and do that really quickly. So yeah, you just head straight out the Good Time Club, follow along the left where all the people who are trying to kill you are, and head straight around here. And here's where the code is.
Alright, give me a second. The broken clock tolls at midnight.
Which clock? This looks like the one.
Set it to midnight.
So yeah, this is the only one that's broken. It would be kind of funny if the other clocks broke, but
Well, I'll be.
yeah, there we go. Let's get another shield. We're almost full on everything.
I came to Columbia because I believed in God and because I believed in honor. But Slade has shown me this. There is no God in shutting our brothers out from the family of man, and there is no honor in defending those who are strangers to its meaning. Perhaps in Finkton there is one more deserving of my service.
Okay, so that was the person who was at the attack that took out... Well, you took out Slate, but the one that was surrounding Slate and trying to take out his men, but who kept speaking very highly of him. And now it seems that she's defected from Comstock's forces. I'm not 100% sure if she ends up joining the Fox or if it's someone else, but she does not work for Comstock anymore, I think. So, you know, that's her decision. The problem for me with this game is that, like, the story flows so well that, like, you don't feel like any particular part of it is a good place to stop. You just want to keep going. At least that's my feeling of it. But I am going to try and keep the game a little bit shorter, keep my videos a little bit shorter. So we're going to call the video here.
Do you hear anything?
Huh?
No machines. No tools.
Let's go find that gunsmith. Maybe he's upstairs now.
But anyhow, this is where I'm going to call it for today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you all next time.